Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Anita and I am a soul strategist as well as a life and business coach for soulful success. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome. I'm here to do your mid-March energy readings, tarot and energy readings. The energy and astrology for March is off the hook, especially around the time that I am doing this reading. We are heading into eclipse season. So this week we will be in the Virgo full moon lunar eclipse. Eclipses, full moons, sorry, are about release. And so the eclipse season is an amplified, heightened energy of release in the sign of Virgo. So Virgo is all about systems, structures, details, routines. So something might be dismantling or closing out. Also, fairly shortly thereafter, after the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, we're going to be moving into Mercury retrograde. And right now we have a lot of planets in Pisces. So Pisces energy is going very strong. We're in Pisces season, but that is also a wrapping up type of season or wrapping up type of energy because March 21st, we're going to be welcoming Aries season. And so Aries season is actually the start of the astrological new year. So you might feel like energy is ramping up and revving up again. So there's a lot going on right now in terms of powerful releases, closing out of chapters, starting new cycles. And that is why I'm doing this mid-March energy reading right now. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe to this channel. And we're going to start off with Aries and go all the way around. So Aries, what do your cards say for you, Aries? So this is a beautiful energy. So Aries, you got a leg up. So there is a new opportunity, you having an idea or an advantage or something, somebody that wants to help you or like kind of a solid foundation that you could use to help advance yourself in some sort of situation. So whether it's a person or not, it could be yourself, you just have a competitive advantage. You've done all the right things. That's really beautiful. I see that you are entering this new cycle. You have the magician energy here. The magician is having the tools, resources, and opportunities to manifest what it is that you want. So this is really a brand new cycle. You feel very well positioned for this, or maybe you have some support in helping you get very well positioned for this. What you're dealing with this month for the mid-March reading, is there's some confusion. Maybe there's a lot of options. And so you're a little bit confused about which option do you pursue or how do I get to where I want to go? You are at a divine and destined crossroads. This is the Wheel of Fortune energy. This is the energy of luck, of expansion, of good graces coming your way. And I clarified that, and I got the Seven of Cups again. So these cards don't lie, and just Three of Wands. And to me, the Three of Wands is kind of like that magician energy, like you have manifested something and now you're waiting for it to happen. So I think that basically you have positioned yourself well, although you're not really sure if you are ready or if it's go time. I think that, or maybe what to do. I think you're at this crossroads where whatever decision you make, again, you are well positioned to achieve it. Spirit's guidance to you is bring your ideas to life. So whatever it is that you are thinking about right now, make a decision, go for it. What's really in your heart, go for it. I think you're going to be well situated or positioned to see it through. So that's a really nice way to close out the Pisces season and deal with the eclipse and move on to the new year, the astrological new year. So let's move on now to Taurus. Taurus, what is in the cards for you for mid-March? This is your mid-March reading, Taurus. You can also cobble up your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get a full reading, more fulsome reading. I also do readings if you want to book in for me. The information is in the description. Taurus, what do you need to know, please? Ooh, 3 major arcana cards. That's pretty spectacular. Okay. Also kind of in line with the Aries reading, there is some deep knowing, okay? Your energy is one of like really leading into your intuition, your creativity, your inspiration. The High Priestess just has this deep knowing. She knows. She doesn't necessarily have to say, nothing's being said to her. She really relies on the gut. She's very sensitive, empathic. And what is coming for you for the rest of this month here is the Fool, an opportunity to jump into something brand new. This is also the very beginning of the major arcana. And your advice is the next subsequent card of the major arcana. And then you get the high priestesses too. So this is really the beginning of a new cycle. You really leaning into your intuition, going with your gut and going for something. And your advice is, yeah, you have the right tools, resources, and opportunities to make this happen. I think there's a lot of opportunity here, and Spirit's guidance to you is to dream the world into being, as well as all that glitters. All that glitters is interesting because it could represent one of two things. It could say, do a bit of a deeper dive, because this could be like fool's gold, and we also did get the Fool card. So whatever it is that, you're relying on your luck, it might also be very helpful for you to apply a layer of logic to that. And I know that you probably wouldn't just jump in strictly with your intuition. You would probably exercise some caution. But it could also just signal that there's a lot of like really cool opportunities for you that you're excited about. So like lots of new shiny things, and you're just going to go for it. You're just going to go for it. And Spirit's guide is to dream the world into being. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Wonderful energy. Let's see what is in the cards for Gemini. All right, Gemini. Let's see what's in the cards for you for middle of March onwards. Again, the energy is incredibly heightened right now. I did go into some of that earlier. Feel free to put together your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs to get a more comprehensive reading, and or book in for your own personal reading with me. Also, if you have a business idea, if you are what I call a soulpreneur, somebody who has a deep desire to serve and impact and might have some ideas and either doesn't know what to do with them, or you have ideas and maybe you just started out as a business owner, I highly encourage you to join my Ignite Your Light Summit that's happening March 18th and 19th. It's completely free. It's I'm bringing together 6 powerhouse speakers, and it's all about how to build an authentic, aligned business that will light you up. So I will link to that as well in the episode description. So Gemini, this is what I have for you. I've got the Cosmic card. This is a beautiful card. This card is all about devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. What that basically means is make your work, make whatever's in your heart. So whether it is, building that heart-aligned, authentic and abundant business, live your life in service to that vision, to that thing that's in your heart. Okay. And when you hold that intention and you move forward and do all of your tasks that you have to do every day, they don't necessarily have to be big things. Like we all have to do certain things every day, right? But if we hold kind of that intention and we ground ourselves in that bigger why, we make our whole life in service of that vision, then that is really what you're being guided to do here. I think it's actually in the space of your work. So your energy is, I think you're feeling very stuck when it comes to your work, what it is that you want to be devoted to, because this came out in the reverse and this is your energy. So there's something about your work that you're resisting or that you're feeling stuck. It's not moving freely. And so in order to move it freely, your guidance is to make your life a moving prayer, right? To really lean into the devotion or the why behind the work, or the work that really fulfills you. So what's coming forward for you this month is some renewed opportunity, some new creativity, some more inspiration, really leaning into joy and creativity, which I think is really going to be wonderful for removing this block that you currently feel. Okay. This could be some new opportunity that's coming your way. And the advice that you have been given is the Star card. So the Star card is also could mean one of two things. So you could apply it to your situation in this context. It could mean this is a dream come true, that, like you're finally kind of getting this opportunity of a lifetime that you've been manifesting and wishing for. It could also be a card of deep healing. So if you're feeling blocked, if something is blocking you, is it a mindset? Is it, what is the block? This might be an opportunity for you to heal the block. And that's what Spirit is saying for you to do, is to heal the block by really grounding in your why, to find the devotion behind what you're doing. If you're not feeling devoted to it, if it's not your thing, then maybe this is the opportunity to find a new course, but really tap into your inspiration, tap into your creativity, tap into your joy to overcome this block and to move things forward. Spirit's guidance to you is also to be playful. Okay, super important for you to infuse play into your day-to-day. Play is actually obviously an energy, but it's an energy of joy. And when you're in that energy of joy, you're more likely to tap into the energy of creativity and inspiration. And I think that that's really where you can really lean into the cosmic heart piece, right? Like you're fully in it versus resisting and blocking it. So make some room for joy in your work. And if you can't find joy in your work, it's time to pivot, my friend. There might be some new opportunities, but really heal your relationship with your work and the work blocks that you currently have. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. And I don't know, maybe it wasn't a coincidence that I decided to share my Ignite the Light Summit with you guys, because I didn't share it with any of the other signs so far. So if you feel aligned, definitely do check out that summit. It's March 18th, 19th, completely free. And I will link to it in the episode description. Okay. So with that being said, let's move on to Cancer. Cancer, what is in the cards for you mid-March on? Remember, Cancer, that you can include your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs to get a broader picture. You can book in with me, for your own personal reading. Okay, Cancer. And let's see what's in the cards for you for March. All right. Going to pull one more card here. You need to know a little bit more before I spill the beans and show you what I'm good at. Yeah. Okay. And also I will share with you that I'm hosting this amazing free 2-day summit. It's virtual. It's March 18th and 19th. I'll put the information in the episode description below, but basically I've launched my inaugural Ignite Your Light Summit. There's going to be a few editions of it over the course of the year. The first one is March 18th and 19th, and this one is the Soulpreneur edition. So if you are heart-centered individual who wants to make big impact and, might have a gift to share with the world, may not know how to share the gift, or might just be in the early stages of starting a business, this is a good one to attend. So I will put the information in the episode description. Okay. So Cancer, what I have for you here is your energy right now is the King of Pentacles, right? So you're feeling pretty stable, secure, and grounded. Wonderful feeling, wonderful place to be. I think you've amassed a lot of financial security and stability as well. What you're dealing with this month, I think, is some burnout. Okay, this person kind of feels like they've been through the ringer, they're guarded, they've got some boundaries, they're tired. I think you're tired. You've done a lot of things and you're tired. The advice that you're getting this month is death and rebirth. So something is coming to an end. Something new is starting. I was talking earlier at this reading about the astrological energies that we're dealing with right now. We are entering the eclipse season. We're closing out Pisces season and starting out a new astrological year. So we're definitely in the cycle of death and rebirth. When a cycle ends, a new cycle and phase begins. So I see that you're nearing the end of something, and that's the advice, is like, just close out something. Something needs to close out here. I did clarify that, and I got the Page of Wands. So to go from like the King of Pentacles energy to the Page of Wands energy, this is like a beginner's mind. This is really kind of leaning into, just something that you feel inspired and created by, versus like feeling like you maybe got the golden handcuffs happening here. But something is definitely coming to an end, and you are going to definitely be starting a new cycle. You're not starting from the very beginning, but you are kind of tapping into a bit more joy, a bit more creativity, a bit more inspiration, maybe learning some new skills as you're going along. So it's an interesting energy. It might also just be something that's in addition to, like, it doesn't necessarily, if we're talking about, finances and maybe employment, it's not necessarily starting a brand new job, but maybe it's a side job. Again, maybe that summit's a good idea for you to go to. Spirit's guidance too here is baby steps. Baby steps, right? That's very much the Page of Wand. The Page of Wand is much more of the beginner's energy. So this is saying action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Here is a portal opening up here, and we are about to enter the eclipse portal. So definitely something coming to an end, or changing course a little bit. I do feel that you need to take some, steps in a new direction. This is going to involve a bit of a beginner's mind. You're not necessarily going to know exactly what's happening. And so, the guidance again is to just take the step and then the next step and the next step. You might not know the path. That's okay. Your guidance as well was to watch and wait. So see horse spirit. So I think things are just going to unfold and you're going to just kind of be in this situation and you might not necessarily know what to do, but just take the next best step, whatever that is. Maybe it's coming to my summit. So check that out for sure. Okay, Cancer. So that's what I have for you for the end of the month. I hope that resonates and I will see you at the next reading. All right, Leo, let's see what's in your cards for the end of March. Send the cards for Leo. Leo, this is a really big time of heightened energies. So definitely check out kind of the intro blurb where I talk about some of the things and the shifts that are happening in the sky. Also feel free to cobble up your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. So there's 4 signs that you can combine to get a more comprehensive reading for you and or book in for your own personal reading. I'm also hosting this amazing summit. I'm so excited to unveil my Ignite Your Light Summit. The first one is happening March 18th and 19th, and it's the Soulpreneur Edition. So if you have a dream, if you're a new or aspiring entrepreneur, or if you want to know how the other half live, if you're in the corporate world, sign up. It's free. It's over 2 days. It's going to be pretty awesome. I'm really excited about it. And so many cards came out for you. So let's just take that out. Okay. So right off the bat, really interesting energy. And I am actually just picked up some cards that I dropped. Just going to clarify a card before I get into it with you, Leo. So right off the bat, you got Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. So I also got, like I said, when I was pulling out guidance for you, instead of 1 card, 3 cards wanted to come out. So we are going to touch base on every single one of them. But the energy of your reading is very much aligned to the energy of the cosmos right now. Your energy in particular is justice. You might be looking for balance. You might be looking for fairness and equality. You might be a Libra in particular. But this is kind of like the scales of justice balancing itself out. So either you are ready to take matters into your own hands and create more balance into your life and like cut something off. Or this is kind of like you learning your life lessons, right? Like this card implied, right? This is karma as well, right? So soul growth, study, higher learning. So I think that there's some kind of big life lessons, soul lessons that are coming your way. What you're dealing with this month is a Knight of Wands. So you might be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag, or somebody who embodies those characteristics. Somebody who might just be kind of like wishy-washy, a little bit in and out. Somebody who, might be incredibly passionate. Or this could even just be you, like you taking these life lessons by the reins, I guess, and just kind of like moving forward really quickly. But I think that somebody might be coming towards you, and it is time to close out a cycle. So again, that very much aligns with the astrology right now, where we're in a period where we're about to embark on the brand new astrological new year. We're entering eclipse season. Eclipses and the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo specifically is about release of systems. So there might be some sort of like systems, habits, routines, something that needs to just go away, maybe so that you can pursue study, you can grow a little bit more, and maybe going back to school. Maybe, again, this is a life lesson, but something is cut out. I clarified it, and then we got the Empress card. The Empress card is the card of new beginnings, right? New beginnings, birth. So something needs to kind of come out to a close so that we can have a birth or potentially a rebirth of something, right? Because when something ends, something takes its place, right? So that's what you have. That is the advice for you. Something needs to close out so that something new can come in. I think this is related to the full moon lunar eclipse that we have, that we've talked about. This is a life lesson that you must go through. And then Spirit's guidance, remember you got not 1, but 3 cards, was time to heal. So there's definitely some healing work in relation to this closeout. And, transformation is beautiful. We talked about, an ending is needed for a brand new beginning, so that, you know, when a caterpillar becomes it goes into a cocoon, he comes out a butterfly. You're going to grow through what you go through, and it's going to be beautiful. And just to really lean into spirit, let spirit be your guide. So it looks like you might be up for some bumpy roads ahead, Leo, but I think it's all going to be worth it in the end. Transformation is beautiful. These are life lessons that you must have in order for your soul to grow. So really accept with grace this ending so that this new beginning can come through. Okay, Leo, so that's what I have for you. I hope that resonates. I will see you in the next reading. All right, Virgo. Virgo, let's see what's in the cards for you for mid-March onwards. Reminder, Virgo, that you can put your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs together to get a more comprehensive reading. You can book in for your very own reading with me as well. I'd be so happy to read for you. Information is in the episode description. And Virgo, let's see what's in the cards for you. Okay. This is good, Virgo. I like it. Okay, so Virgo, right off the bat, I got thinker for you. So you might be in a phase of deep contemplation, thinking about things. Your energy is the King of Wands. You might be wanting to embark in a new direction. The King of Wands is definitely a leader, could be like a trailblazer, could be a natural entrepreneur. Side note, if this is something that you resonate with, this phenotype, and you are either new or aspiring entrepreneur, or you have a dream in your heart and you're like thinking about it, I encourage you to join my Ignite Your Light Summit. It's a brand new summit that I'm so excited to unveil. It's happening March 18th and 19th. It's free to register. It's virtual. You can pop in and out as you need to, but there's powerhouse experts that I'm bringing in. We're covering a ton of topics all about how to build an authentic, aligned business that lights you up. So if that is, you know, if this is your energy and you're resonating with it, consider joining. We'd love to have you there. Okay, so that is your energy, and what you're dealing with this month is actually amazing. You're breaking free. You're breaking free of potentially analysis paralysis, deep thinker that you are, Virgo. You're breaking free of this inactivity, moving towards more action. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who is, again, a thinker, but you're able to kind of see this is a lot more expansive, right? So interestingly, you got a lot of swords cards, but this Eight of Swords person is really like trapped in their thoughts, right? They can't move forward, and this was reversed, which means you're overcoming this. And now you're able to see the path forward. So maybe it's seeing the path forward towards kind of that energy that you're wanting to bring in, something new. This energy, what you're seeing, your spirit guidance is also to be at home. Be at home, the wombat spirit. So this is an interesting card. Being at home, maybe you're making some changes in relation to your home, or maybe it's being at home with this new direction. Because Virgos, I know that you are deep thinkers. I know that you're very practical and very grounded. So sometimes to maybe take this kind of trailblazing, bold step forward. This is very Leo, like putting yourself out there, being seen. You know, that's not necessarily like you. So be comfortable with this move, be at home in your new skin, or maybe there's some new decisions or things that you were feeling previously blocked about, but you can now see clearly in relation to family matters. Okay, Virgo, so that is what I have for you. I hope to see you at my summit, and I will see you in the next reading. All right, let's move on to Libras. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus within the cards for you. Remember, Libra, you can cobble up your readings to create a more comprehensive one. You can book in, or let it come out for your own personal reading. Information in the episode description if you're interested in that. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. Interesting. Okay. You might be, this could be related to a domestic situation, or Harriet is a card of longing for home or being homesick. So maybe you're away from home and you're missing it, or maybe you're longing for a place where, or a time and place where you felt familiar. or maybe you're just like longing for your spirit guides and your cosmic ancestors. There's this feeling of wishing for. Your energy in particular is a Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is an energy that has worked hard to grow something, really nurture something, put in a lot of time, effort, and energy. You might now be taking a bit of a break from continuing to put energy into this, to reflect on how far you've come, but also to reflect on how far you want to go. Do you want to continue to put in energy into something? I see here that in this month, what you're going to be dealing with is the King of Wands. So it could be Leo. I'm feeling that pretty strongly, but it could also be an Aries or a Sag or some, sun, moon, or rising, or Venus. But especially when it comes to the home, I see somebody who is very self-assured, very confident, who could almost also be very domineering or dominant, like they know what they want and they're really, I think, pushing you to go in a certain direction. And perhaps you're kind of wishing for something different. So you're taking a bit of a beat. You're not as dominant as them. Maybe, you're a little bit more internal, a little bit more reserved, which makes sense, Libra, in terms of, you're a thinker by nature. To really think through what it is that you want. What are your next steps? Your advice is precisely that from spirit, right? Think about what you want, right? Your future is in front of you. Which direction would you like to go? It's your time to make a decision. You also got as your guidance, be peace. So while, you might be homesick for this individual. This individual might feel like home. You might be longing to go back to a particular time where things were feeling a little bit different. It's your opportunity now to approach this situation with a peaceful lens, thinking about your future. And remember, we are in the energy of a full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. Eclipse seasons are very heightened energy. This is about release. We're also wrapping up the new year. So there's a lot of things that we're letting go of. So while we're in this energy of like, do we want to stay or do we want to go? And this person seems to be very domineering. Take the time that you need. Take the time that you need. And it's okay to feel homesick. It's okay to grieve a little bit, but also think about ending this, resolving this, moving forward this through the eyes of peace. Okay. The energy of peace is going to be incredibly beneficial for you as you navigate this situation. So that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope that resonated, and I'll see you in the next reading. Moving forward to Scorpio. Scorpio, hello. How are you? This is your reading for the end of March. Lots of energies in the air right now. Let's see what we get for you in terms of your guidance and what you can expect to see coming. You can also put together your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get a more comprehensive reading and or book in for a reading with me. Okay. So let's see what we get for you, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. Interestingly, this is, I think, related to love. You got the love card. This is about codependence and boundaries. So there might be a relationship here that isn't as healthy as it could be. Okay, there might be some codependency, some toxicity, some boundary issues that you have. Perhaps you love deeply, but it's hard for you to take the space that you need to honor your needs. And sometimes you may be giving more than receiving. Your energy in particular is a temperance reversed. Temperance energy is Archangel Michael. It's about moderation. It's about healing. It's about providing alchemizing and providing the best course possible. But this is reversed. What that basically means is you're resisting healing. You're resisting kind of bringing this into balance, right? You're really holding on to this codependent energy. That's got to go. That's got to go so that things can be healed. Right now, you're blocking the healing from happening, or things from coming together in divine timing from happening. Sometimes when you control things too much, you can't give it room to grow. You can't give it room to heal. What you see coming this month, or what you're dealing with this month, is the Emperor energy. Okay. It might be an Aries, but it's, it might be some sort of conflict, right? I see Mars here. So Mars is the energy of action. It could be the energy of conflict. It could be an Aries that you're dealing with. It's the energy of somebody who really knows what they want. They've got a plan, but sometimes they're not willing to give an inch. It's got to be their way or the highway. They can be very strict and domineering. And for somebody who has the love, you do have the love, you might give into this person at the expense of what you need or want, right? You might be preventing things from coming into that right balance, preventing things from really, truly, alchemizing to their fullest potential. Your advice for this month is Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is somebody who moves very slowly, who's very diligent, very conscientious, takes all the right steps and all the right actions in the right phase. Slow movement. So it might be like, take the next best step, recognizing that this is a journey, and you just kind of got to plant your seeds one step at a time. Your advice from Spirit is also be loyal to what you love. So it's interesting because it says you got the love, be loyal to what you love. But oopsies, but the dog spirit gives you unconditional love. You can unconditionally love somebody, but not at the expense of yourself. And that's, I think, the lesson that you need to learn here, Scorpio. So that is what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope that resonates. You might also be dealing with a twin. Okay, this might also be twin flame energy. But yeah, I hope that resonates, and I will see you in the next month's reading. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what the cards have to say for you for middle of March. Remember, you can put together your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs to get a bigger reading. You can book in with me for your very own personal reading. I would love to read for you. I'm also hosting this amazing summit. The Ignite Your Light Summit is going to be one of a few that I host this year, but the first is a Soulpreneur edition dedicated to all of those heart-centered visionaries, leaders, newer aspiring entrepreneurs, anyone who just wants to make some big differences in the world, but may not necessarily know how to start, or just wants to take their learning and their growth a little bit deeper. It's completely free. So if that feels good to you, be sure to register. I'll make sure to put that information in the episode description. And I just dropped a card, so that's going to be our card here. All right. Yeah, so this is beautiful energy because I was just talking about the astrology at the beginning of this video. We're about to enter the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. And the very first card that you got for yourself, this is your energy, is the moon. You can see the moon is dealing with full moon lunar eclipse. Full moons, lunar eclipses are all about release, amplified release. This is the moon, so there might be some Cancer influences here. Sagittarius. Oh, and there's a card underneath. Five of Pentacles. So you might be called to release some feelings of lack. This is your energy. You might feel kind of lone, betrayed, alone, I would just say, at a disadvantage, right? And there might be a lot of fear and overwhelm. There might be some things that you don't necessarily see. There just might be some illusions in terms of the kind of mindsets and things that you're telling yourself, maybe from programming that you received when you were younger, about, lack, right? And so the advice for you is your judgment day is coming. Here's Archangel Raphael with you, right? This is your second chance. This is what you're dealing with this month, right? You have this kind of resurrection, rebirth. Are you going to stand up to the occasion? Are you going to rise to the occasion? You've got the courageous peony. This is a beautiful card. This is about multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. So I feel like you're currently feeling a bit of fear and overwhelm, hiding, feeling kind of scarcity mindset, right? Like you've been left and cold, not wanting to be seen, not feeling the power, not feeling the empowerment. But your guidance here is like, you're going to have this opportunity, and are you going to rise to the occasion? Your archangels are here to support you, and they're telling you, let yourself be seen, be courageous, show up and do the thing. Your advice here is that there is a brand new opportunity or possibilities or opportunities coming your way. This year is a portal to infinite possibilities. This is a lot of abundance coming your way, potentially. So there's a lot of things and opportunities that are going to come your way. And are you going to let your mindset, your fear of being seen, your fear of judgment hold you back? Spirit's guidance says it's time to let that shit go. Let it go. Let it go. So that you be courageous, and tap into all this abundance, right? And this brand new day that's coming up for you. I love that for you, Sag. I happen to be a Sag too, so I am definitely claiming that. So let's move on to Capricorns. Capricorns, this is your reading for middle of March. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Lots of powerful energy around us right now. We're lots of planets in Pisces, closing out Pisces, making their way into Aries for the start of the astrological new year. Mercury is about to go into retrograde. We're about to have a lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. All right. One more card for you, Capricorn. Ah, so this is beautiful energy. Okay, so there is a community or a group of people, or maybe even a person that is just loving on you. You are so loved and supported, and that feels really, really great. What I see for you, Capricorn, in your energy is that I think that you're finally leaning into your personal power, that you are protected. You see this person's kind of in this bubble. There's a lot of people that are trying to poke her bubble, but she's not having it. She's protected. She is safe. She's leaning into her personal power. There's a community that's also loving in on her. And what you're dealing with this month is a celebration of some sort, some milestone. It could be in relation to taking a commitment further. So it could be a marriage, it could be engagement, it could be a decision to go exclusive, or it could just be like a celebration. Maybe it's a job offer or just something great. So wonderful, wonderful. Like nobody is raining on your parade, right? Like this community is celebrating you and uplifting you. You're feeling very powerful. Your advice is you're leveling up, right? So there is a cycle that is closing out. Things are changing, but it is a happy change. We're looking forward to it. We're leveling up. And your advice, Capricorn, is to believe in yourself. So that is absolutely wonderful as you're embarking on this new cycle and up level. Believe in yourself. That's what I have for you, Capricorn. That's such a beautiful reading. I hope it resonated. And with that, let's move on to Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus. Aquarius. Here is your reading, Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know for mid-March onward? Aquarius. Remember, you can put together your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs to get a bigger picture. You can book in for me for your very own reading instead of a collective reading. Okay. And I'm also hosting this amazing summit, March 18th and 19th, completely free. The Ignite Your Light Summit, all about lighting that inner spark that you have in you and making it a fire. This one is a Soulpreneur edition. If you want to learn more about it, the link is in description. Okay, so Aquarius. What I see for you right now is you are typically the King of Swords. You're reversed, though, in this case. The King of Swords is somebody who is very logical, very cut and dry, to the point, not very much governed by emotions or intuitions, but governed by intellect. Deep thinker. Could be like a leader as well in thinking. So you're a deep thinker, but right now you are not thinking deeply, and you're doing something a little bit different, which is going into your intuition, your deep knowing. You're relying on your intuition versus your logic. That is kind of where you're coming at right now. Okay. You also got the full moon here, and we're talking about the full moon lunar eclipse. If you want to know a little bit more about what's going on in the sky, I did talk about it at the beginning of the reading, but we're entering the eclipse season. This is a big release. So things are, we're closing out cycles and moving forward. The astrological new year is coming right up. So if we feel like things, might be slowing down, they're actually speeding up now. Okay. So things are moving forward. The chariot is moving forward. You might be taking a road trip. You might be going on travel. This might be associated with a Cancer, but things are moving forward. So you just are relying on your intuition. Doing some deep release work would be good for you. But things are moving forward. That's what's happening for you this month. And your advice is the Four of Pentacles. Okay. The Four of Pentacles in this situation, this person's kind of looking back. She's looking back at a village, and she's taking her money, her purse, herself, and she's kind of saying, see you later, peace out. So you might actually be saying goodbye to something and moving forward that way. And you did get the other piece of advice for you is that life is speeding up. So that is a validation of the Chariot card right here. But it looks like you're moving away from something or that you know that something is over. Maybe that is going to become even more clear to you around the time of the eclipse. But you're kind of taking what you got and you're moving on. And life is speeding up from here on out. Okay. So if you think things were kind of stagnant before, not for long. Okay. So that's what I have for you. I will see you in the next reading. Ready. And last but not least, let's see what's in the cards for Pisces. Pisces, this is for you, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Feel free to put together your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus readings to get a more bigger reading. Feel free to book in for a reading with me. I'd be so happy to read for you. You can get that information in the description below. Let's see what the cards want to say for you mid-March onwards. There is a full moon lunar eclipse happening this week at the time of recording. We're about to go into Mercury retrograde. Lots of planets are in Pisces right now. We have a stellium, and we also are quickly moving on to Aries energy. So we're wrapping up a lot of loose ends before we kickstart our brand new astrological year, starting in April or with Aries season, end of March, I guess. Let's see what wants to come through for you. Okay. Pisces. Interestingly enough, you got a woman bathing in water. Pisces is very flowy energy. It's very emotional energy. It's a very feeling type of energy. This is very Piscean energy, if anything. And you also got a full moon on this card. So this is symbolic of the release of the full moon. So the full moon lunar eclipse is happening in Virgo. This card in particular is all about watering your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. So the release might be, when it comes to Virgo, is also around health and routines. So it might be a good time to reevaluate your health at this point in time, taking a beat, slowing down, really nourishing yourself, giving yourself what it is that you need for your own health and well-being. Maybe the full moon is going to be instrumental in helping you release some of the things or habits and routines that aren't conducive to this, or it might just amplify the need for you to really slow down. It might be an emotional time for you as well. I'm picking up on a lot of emotions. Your energy right now is justice, okay? Very much an energy of creating balance, creating equilibrium, as above, so below, fairness, right? There might be something that seems to be unfair, or you might be looking to kind of carve your balance, or the karmic scales of justice might be, at play here. There might be some sort of this is your energy. So there could be some sort of contracts or negotiations or things like that that you're working through. I think it's more about finding balance, right? As within, so without, balancing. I say that because one of your guidance cards is this and that are true, right? So it's taking a look at multiple different perspectives and harmonizing and reconciling with that. What you're dealing with this month is the Five of Pentacles energy. This is the energy of feeling neglected or abandoned, of really feeling like you're alone. And so that is part of where I think some of this healing energy, this nourishment, this tenderness, this rest, really leaning into your well-being, are being called of you, right? Like you're looking for this equilibrium, but this is what's kind of coming your way, or, this is what you're dealing with. And so, we can look at things from multiple different perspectives. This and that are true, right? We can find positives and negatives in everything. So it's more of a question of what are you going to lean into, right? That's your advice. This and that are true. What are you going to lean into? The good comes with the bad, always. The other thing that I'm seeing here from your advice perspective is the Strength card. So this is having the strength to move forward after maybe an injustice has been given to you, or you've experienced injustice, having the courage to be vulnerable, to do things that maybe take you out of your comfort zone. starting over again or making something better or more balanced, can also take a lot of courage, especially if you're coming from a mindset of lack or an experience of lack, or, just feeling neglected in the sense of that. So this is a time to really do some deep healing, to do some great release and emotional healing work, maybe even some physical healing work is what I'm picking up on, to restore balance. Okay. This is all about perspective. This too shall pass, whatever it is. You just got to face it head on and know that this is temporary, but in the meantime, water your garden. Okay. This is a beautiful card, just reminding you to rest, heal, give yourself what you need. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope that resonated, and that wraps up the readings for mid-March. Once again, feel free to book in for a reading with me. If you enjoyed this content, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and I would absolutely love to see you at my free event, the Ignite Your Light Summit, that's happening March 18th and 19th. Please do check out the link and learn a little bit more about it. If it sounds up your alley, I would love to see you there. Take care, and I will see you at the next video.